welcome to my live. My name is Joyce Fields, and I'm 81 years old, and I do lives, YouTube lives now, 5 days a week, Monday through Friday. I am a TikTok live veteran. I have done over 500 TikTok lives. Love doing these lives. Now, TikTok changed their community guidelines violations, and they made it too restrictive. They really messed up the freedom of speech thing, no way. And also, they increased their price for subscriptions. And so now here on YouTube, subscriptions are free, and you're pretty much free to say whatever you need to say. I'm not going to be saying anything ridiculous, okay? So I changed doing my lives from TikTok over to YouTube. I still am on TikTok. I have over 53,000 followers on TikTok. It blows my mind. I'm 81 years old, and I never even dreamed that I would have 1,000 followers, let alone 53,000. And it's growing. It's still growing because I post to TikTok every day, just about every day. And I want to support the people who follow me. I have a lot of good content on TikTok. Hey, Honda Court. And so a content that helps you, that is very useful, okay? So check it out. And my username over there is JJ Fields and the number 7. The letter J, Fields, Fields. Hey, Shells, and the number 7. So check it out over there. Now, like I told you, I've done over 500 TikTok lives. Like I said, I love doing these lives because I get to share the advice that I have gained in my 81 years of living. I get to share the advice with y'all. Now, I live a virtually stress-free life. I tell my man that all the time. My man's name is Pap. It's P-A-P. His real name is Fred. And we have been together for 68 years. You heard that correctly. We have been together for 68 years. Good morning, everybody. We just celebrated our 58th wedding anniversary on June 3rd, and we've been together since we were both 13 years old. He turned 82 in September, and I turned 81 in February. So it just blows my mind. And speaking of that now, like I said, since we were 13 years old, I'm going to show y'all a picture. This is a picture of us when we were 25 years old. This is 1969. We were both 25 years old. It's Pap and Joyce, 25 years old. Okay. Now, this picture, I'm only going to show you 2 pictures. This picture is our 57th wedding anniversary last year. We are both 80 years old on this picture. Okay. Thank you. Yes. All right. Now, look at that. At the top, 25, and at the bottom, 80. 25 and 80. It blows my mind too, y'all. I don't take it for granted. It blows me away. I've been with that man for over half my life. No regrets, okay? So now, I share 4 pillars of advice, and PAP is the reason why I call them pillars. I used to call them pieces of advice. So PAP says, no, they're better than pieces. They're pillars of advice. And a pillar is like a sturdy structure on which you can build your life, your foundation for your life. And so these are the 4 pillars that I share. And by the way, the title of my lives, the title is Undifficult Your Life. Undifficult Your Life. A lot of y'all are making a lot of decisions and choices, making your lives more difficult than they need to be. And I was getting ready to tell y'all that I tell Pap all the time that I live a virtually stress-free life. For real. I live a virtually stress-free life. And I tell Pap also that I live an enchanted life. Stress does not knock on my door. It does not come in. So, and I'm going to tell y'all how I do it. If I can do it, y'all can do it. And I have been gifted, God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, gifted me. And God, the universe, or whatever you call your higher power, gifts us all. Your gift is typically going to be something that you do well and something that you enjoy. If you don't know what it is, sit down and think about that. That's going to be, typically, that's what your gift is going to be, something that you do well and something that you enjoy. And you may have more than one gift. I have more than one gift. And the one gift that I do have is the gift of being able to communicate from my mind to y'all's minds. Philosophies, concepts, ideas, examples, all of that. And I do that through what I call helpful hand visuals. A helpful hand visual is, the reason why I call them that, I had a viewer of one of my lives this year, one of my TikTok lives, and her name is Jessie Knott, and she said, quote, "These visuals are so helpful," unquote. And she was referring to the gestures that I do with my hands in combination with the words that are coming out of my mouth to communicate philosophies, concepts, ideas, and such as that from my mind to y'all's mind, like I said, okay? Some of y'all are sitting there not believing it, but you will see it and then you will believe it because I do helpful hand visuals throughout my lives, okay? And now, the 4 pillars that I share that will help you to undifficult your life. The 4 pillars. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Share the live, y'all. It doesn't cost you anything to share the live. And I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. So share the live. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I tell y'all how you do that. It's not difficult. Remember, the title of my lives is Undifficult Your Life. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your own level of patience, but I always start with the toddlers. If you're raising toddlers, 2, 3, 4-year-olds, you will want to hear how easy it is to teach them patience. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose that power when you start to become angry. So stay calm. And when I get to pillar number 3, the helpful hand visuals, I do 2 of them in pillar number 3. Then when I did it the first time in one of my TikTok lives this year, it blew a lot of my viewers' minds. And I did it for Pap, and it blew his mind, and it blows my mind too, so I don't make these helpful hand visuals up. Spirit gives them to me. So, and when I get to pillar number 3, that helpful hand visual will probably blow y'all's mind as well. Now, no religion, no politics. I do not allow that on my live. You're more than welcome to listen to the advice that I share because it will definitely help you. You're more than welcome to listen, but do not put any comments up on my live about Jesus or the Bible. I have no use for religion. When I learned that it was man-made, that was enough for me. I talk to God all day long, and God ain't got no religion, y'all. No religion, none associated with that. So no, don't come with this Jesus stuff and the Bible stuff or politics. I don't tolerate either one. And my moderators will treat you accordingly if you violate what I just said, okay? Oh yeah, I have trolls every day, but I also address the trolls. Now, if you are sitting there listening to this live and you are thinking about trolling this live, don't do it because trolling does not bother me. It really shows you to be a very pathetic person, okay? Because it is a pathetic person that deliberately wants to insult somebody or wants to be cruel to somebody or any of that ugly kind of stuff. You are living a very pathetic life. And you are one of the people who really needs to listen to the advice that I have to share. So it does not reflect on me at all. It shows you to be a very low intelligence person. So I have had trolls apologize to me. But I'm telling you right now, if you are thinking about trolling this live, my moderators will act accordingly. Because if you put that kind of comment up there, it doesn't bother me at all. It reflects on you, and you're pathetic if you do that kind of stuff. Okay? So, now, I was on pillar number 3, stay calm. See, I remember where I was. Stay calm. And there are 4 pillars, y'all. The 4th and last pillar is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever ugliness is inside of you. I'm 81 years old, or 81 years wiser. And I'll tell you what those 4 words are when I get to the 4th pillar. Now I have to go through 1 and 2 and 3, then I'll get to 4, okay? So now back to pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. And y'all are putting up comments that have absolutely nothing to do with the what I'm talking about with the, and my moderators will take care of that as well. So don't ask me questions about what my favorite fruit is or what my favorite color. I am here to share the advice that I live. I'm 81 years old, and I have been living this advice that I'm sharing with y'all since I was about 10 years old. So, oh, you didn't see the note that I had on the moderator's chat, Shelster. So it's okay to call me grandma. It's okay. My grandkids' friends call me grandma, and so it's an honor. As long as they don't say it in an ugly kind of way, or like go to bed, grandma, or that kind of stuff. Just slap them with that, okay? So, all right. So now, back to pillar number 1. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. Do you consciously think about the fact that, this is a question and I would love for y'all to respond, okay? Do you consciously think about the fact that there are only 2 attitudes that you can have? Just 2. People will say, yeah, there's 3. A positive attitude or a negative attitude. Some people, like I said, will say there are 3. It's a neutral attitude. No, you're not a vehicle. You have no neutral, okay? you are going to lean negative or positive. There's no neutral. So there's only two attitudes that you can have. Do you consciously think about that? Come on, y'all, give me some responses. Yes or no? Thank you, something else. Thank you. Okay, that's good. Uh-huh. All right. So now I'm bringing this to the forefront of y'all's minds. There are only two attitudes that you can have, a negative attitude or a positive attitude. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. This is what I have observed in my 81 years. You do not choose to have a negative attitude. What happens is, if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is a deliberate choice that you make. A positive attitude is an on purpose choice that you make. A positive attitude is an intentional choice that you make. It's a conscious choice that you make. It is a in your face choice. And if you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you almost certainly will have a negative attitude. It's like it's a default, y'all. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, and a positive attitude is not going to come and sit in your lap, it doesn't work that way. You must deliberately, on purpose, choose to have a positive attitude. And the way you do that, share the live, y'all. Okay, all right. No, like I said, my grandkids' friends call me grandma. Okay, a lot of people do that. So you have to choose to have a positive attitude. If you don't, you will have a negative attitude, because when you choose to have a positive attitude, you have to write a program. That's the way you get one. You write a program and you say that program out loud. Here is the program that you write. Here is what you say out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. I'm going to repeat it. That's the program that you write, and you say it out loud. I don't care who's around you, because it gives you an opportunity to, good morning, Mr. Ferdy, to spread positivity. Okay? So here's the program that you write, and you say it out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And put your feet on the path to do exactly that. Now, I'm going to give you a lot of stuff to help you to do exactly that. I know what I'm talking about. I'm 81 years old, and I have been using my own advice since I was about 10 years old. And I live a virtually stress-free life, and I'm going to be telling y'all how you can do the same, okay? It's my gift that I'm gifted with the ability to be able to share this advice that I use. I simplify it so that you really, I'm going to be giving y'all helpful hand visuals and all of that. So now I was telling y'all that there's only two attitudes that you can have: a negative attitude or a positive attitude. If you don't choose to have a positive attitude, you will almost certainly have a negative attitude, because a positive attitude is a definite choice that you make. And you can choose to have a positive attitude. The program that you write says, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Share this live, y'all, because I'll be here until 5:30, 5:35. And so now, see, I have a lot of trolls on here, so it's really a sad thing. Maybe you didn't hear what I said earlier. It doesn't bother me when you say those kinds of things. You put those kind of comments in. It reflects on you. And I feel so sad for you. You know, it's ridiculous. You're living a very sad, pathetic life. If you deliberately want to try to insult people and that kind of stuff, it doesn't bother me. It doesn't reflect on me. It reflects on you. Now, I have had people, trolls, to apologize to me because they're being stupid. So don't do that to yourself. It's not harming me. I want you to know that. It's harming you, okay? Your God or the universe or whatever you call your higher power sees what you're doing. And I'm going to get more into that farther into my live. So you must choose to have a positive attitude. A positive attitude is like a plug in your hand. Use your imagination and show that this a plug. My hand is holding this huge plug. And developing and maintaining a positive attitude is like you plug it into your spirit, you plug it into your soul. And I love saying this every live I do. It electrifies you. You understand? It truly electrifies you. It kicks you into becoming a more vibrant part of your own life. It truly does. Thank you. It truly does. So that is what a positive attitude does for you. All kinds of portals open up to you when you have a positive attitude. Doors, windows, everything, positive stuff just rushes in when you develop and maintain a positive attitude. Now, I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like. You heard that correctly. Come on, y'all, share the live. I'm going to show you what a negative attitude looks like, okay? On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. This is what a negative attitude looks like, y'all. These are the kind of people that say, woe is me. Share the live, y'all. Woe is me. My life sucks. I can't stand this. I can't stand that. Complain, complain, complain. In the meantime, y'all, what my hands are doing is a helpful hand visual, and this is symbolizing all of these positive elements that are constantly flying through the universe at all times, y'all, constantly. But they always, y'all, fly over the heads of people who have a negative attitude. When you write that program, when you say that out loud, here's what you write, here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. You raise your vibration, you raise your frequency. And at the count of 3, or on the count of 3, I'm going to show you what happens when you raise your frequency, raise your vibration. On the count of 3. 1, 2, 3. Here's what happens, y'all. What was flying over your head is now making contact with your psyche. Okay? What was flying over your head is now making contact. You see that? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. YouTube says I have 80 people on here. Come on, give me some responses. Come on. Did you see that? Did I convey that to you clearly? Did I communicate that from my mind to y'all's mind? Did you see how when you say out loud, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude? Thanks, Joey. Thanks, Ad4. Yeah, oh, great. Thank you, Jay. Wonderful. Uh-huh. I take screenshots. Papa's asleep right now, and when he wakes up, I read the screenshots to him. He really gets a kick out of it. So I was successful. Thank you very much. Now, I'm going to read y'all a list of words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. And it might be you. But not to worry, because I already told you. You can choose to have a positive attitude at any minute in your life. It's a choice. It's not going to come and sit in your lap, like I said earlier. It is a choice. You have to choose it, and you have to go after it. Now, here are the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. I'm also going to read y'all a list of words that will help to guide you when you want to develop and maintain a positive attitude. Okay, so back over to the words that are going to help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude: anger, envy, sorrow, regret, greed, arrogance, self-pity, guilt, resentment and holding grudges, inferiority, lies and dishonesty, false pride, superiority, and the last word is ego. Okay? Back up to the top. The very first word is anger. Do you know people who are full of anger? People who are angry? Are you the one who is full of anger? Who is angry? That is negative. No religion, no politics allowed. Not here. Okay? Take it someplace else. Okay. That's negative. Being full of anger, being angry. Now, how about resentment and holding grudges? Do you know people who are full of resentment? People who hold grudges? Are you the one who's full of resentment, who holds grudges? That's negative. I'm going to come back to that one because that's a big deal these days. Probably always has been. But I'm going to move on to lies and dishonesty. Lies and dishonesty. Do you know people who lie? People who are dishonest? Are you the one who is a liar? Are you the one who is dishonest? Okay, that's negative too. All right, so now I'm going to go back up to resentment and holding grudges because a lot of people are full of resentment. A lot of people hold grudges against other people. A lot of people are full of unforgiveness, that kind of stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you something that you may not have ever heard before about yourself. If you are full of resentment, if you hold grudges against other people, you are living in the past. You are living in the past because you are holding on to something. You are carrying something that happened past tense. It happened. There is nothing that the people who did that to you can do about it to change it. There is nothing that you can do about it to change it. It happened. You must forgive them. If you are carrying that around, it is creating what I call an internal, invisible burden on your soul, on your spirit, on your cells, on your blood, on your organs. When you carry that ugliness around, all of those words: anger, resentment, holding grudges, lying and dishonesty, arrogance, regret, greed, superiority. When you carry all of those things, or any of those things, you create what I call an invisible internal burden on your cells, on your blood, on your entire being. You must forgive. Now, people will say forgive and forget. No, you don't ever forget, but you must forgive. You would be an idiot to forget, but you must forgive. So, and you forgive, I don't care who did it or what they did. They must be forgiven in order for you to get on a healthy road for your life. When you hold on, open your eyes, look around you. Oh, thank you. Look around you at people that you know hold grudges or hold resentment or hold unforgiveness. And if it's you, listen to what happens. This is a very huge possibility. When they hold on to that ugliness, and it could be you, it can put you into bad health. A lot of those people are on pharmaceutical medications. A lot of those people are suffering in their health. A lot of those people are are not aging gracefully. They look older than they are, okay? That is what holding on to negativity, holding resentment and grudges and unforgiveness, that is what it can do to you. It'll take its toll on you. Look around you. And maybe you're the one who's on pharmaceutical meds. You know, you may have a serious condition and you need to be on them, but if you are holding on to resentment and grudges and unforgiveness, that might be what's causing your health issues. You need to forgive, and you can just do an experiment and see if it'll work, and see if you feel any better, okay? Just experiment with yourself. So, you must forgive. And like I said, it doesn't matter who it was or what they did, you have to forgive them. And you forgive for you. You don't forgive for them. You're not creating any problems for them. You know, their health isn't suffering, but yours could be or probably is. Okay, so that is why. And I'm going to get into that even more. So now you must forgive. Now, forgiving them does not mean you welcome them back into your life or you go back into theirs. But it's a good thing if that's what y'all agree to. That's fine. But if I'm 81 years old and there was no such thing as text messages or email or video calls, when I was a kid, there was no such thing. Y'all can use any of those technologies to forgive. You're very welcome. I love doing these. Y'all can use y'all can text message the person that you forgive them or video call the person that you forgive them. But here's another thing, y'all. If you don't ever want to have anything else to do with them ever again in your life, you can forgive them by saying it out loud to the universe. You understand that? The universe or God or whatever you call your higher power was there when the mess happened to you. Come on, y'all. I want you to. I know that, Julia. I truly do, and I addressed that earlier. I feel that it's a gift, and I'm able to convey these to cause y'all to start thinking about things a little bit differently. And it's free to think about things differently. It doesn't cost you anything. Okay, so now, you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power. Oh, yeah, I feel it, Honda. I truly do. I feel like a vessel, and I welcome it. So, whatever you call your higher power. And I have this question. I ask this question every live that I do. Okay, I'm going to back up. I'm not ready to ask the question yet. I told you that the higher power or God or whatever you call it, the universe, was there when the mess happened to you. You understand? It was there when the mess happened to you. It knows. So when you say it out loud to the universe knows what you're talking about better than you do. Okay? So, But now here's the question I was going to ask. Now, do you know or realize and understand that God, the universe, or the higher power sees everything that you do right now, hears everything that you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now? Okay? Okay. Come back. So, here's the question. Do you know that? That the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, reads your thoughts right now. And my asking you that question, and I'm amazed at how many yeses I get. So, uh, will that cause you to change your behavior? Will that cause you to think about what you do, say, and think? Come on, will that cause you, when I just asked you that question, that brought it to the forefront of your mind that the universe or God or whatever you call your higher power sees everything you do right now, hears everything you say right now, and reads your thoughts right now? Does that cause you to think about more carefully, cause you to think about what you do, say, and think? Wonderful. Oh, that's great. I got it. Okay. Yeah, I read them to Pap when he gets up. Yeah, yeah, that's wonderful. That's what I want to do, make you think differently. And it's all about your thoughts and it's all about the words you choose. Okay? So, now, I told you you can forgive by saying it out loud to the universe. The universe knows what you're talking about. So here is what you say out loud to the universe. Okay, y'all ready? Thanks, Robin. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. I'm going to repeat it. Come on, y'all, share the live. It doesn't cost you 1 penny to share the live. It doesn't cost you anything to subscribe. Okay? So, here I'm going to repeat what you say out loud to the universe or whatever you call your higher power, God or whatever. Okay? Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Say that out loud. Now, I'm going to give y'all 4 examples of what has happened on my TikTok lives. Oh, thank you, Julia. Thank you. So, what has happened on my TikTok lives? And the 4 examples are the example number 1, young lady said, I forgave my dad like that. And I immediately burst into tears. Oh, I forgot to tell y'all, use your hand like I did it. Universe, I forgive so and so for doing such and such to me. Using your hand symbolizes you're touching the universe, you're touching spirit. Wonderful. So that's what it symbolizes. You're touching the universe, touching spirit. So I'm back to the 4 examples. Example number 1 was a young lady who said, I forgave my dad like that, and I immediately burst into tears. The second young lady said, I forgave myself like that, and I immediately burst into tears. You can forgive yourself. The universe knows what you did. You're not exempt. Yeah, the universe knows what you did too. Okay. So the third example is a young man, and he said, I forgave, and I felt my spirit shift. Okay? So now, the reason why the 2 young ladies burst into tears and the young man felt his spirit shift, and I'm going to tell y'all about the 4th example shortly. The reason why is because they, like I was saying earlier, by holding on to unforgiveness, they created an invisible internal burden on their own soul, on their own spirit, on their own cells, on their own blood, organs, muscles, all of that stuff. You mess with your whole being when you hold on to that kind of ugliness. When you forgive, it's like the Shelster calls it a pressure release valve. And when you forgive, here it goes. It goes, psst. It fizzles. A lot of times you didn't even know you were carrying it. That's why they burst into tears. That's why he felt his spirit shift. Okay? You're very welcome. So you must forgive. You don't forgive, you don't let them off the hook. You let yourself off the hook. And I hope y'all understand that. I hope that I explained that clearly enough. You got that? Okay? Come on, give me some response. Based on some of the responses already, I think I got through to a whole lot of y'all. Come on, y'all. I got 75 people on here. And I sure wish that y'all would share it all. Everybody on here, please share the live. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. Okay, thank you, thank you. So, now I told y'all that I was also going to read you a list of words that will guide you on your road to developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Here are the words. Joy, and I always say this is the first three letters of my name, okay? Peace, love, hope, serenity, humility, kindness, empathy, generosity, truth and honesty, compassion, and the last word is faith. Faith, y'all. So those words will help you to guide you. Now, I told you how you develop and maintain a positive attitude. You say it out loud. There are those that say you say your programs in your head. No, Joyce Fields is telling you to say it out loud. When you say it only in your head, come on, y'all, share the live. That's one element that you're using. When you say it out loud, you're using three elements. You speak it out of your mouth. I don't preach, I share. You speak it out of your mouth, you hear it with your ears, and it gets plastered to your psyche. So that's three elements that you are using as opposed to just one. Say all of your programs out loud. I'm going to tell you an example of a program farther on into my live. Now, I've already told y'all how you write the program in order to develop and maintain a positive attitude. All you have to do, and you can say that, write that program at any minute in your life. From now on, that means from now on, from this point forward. You hear me? So you can say to the people in your circle, okay, y'all, from now on, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. Don't throw it up in my face about the ugly attitude that I used to have. Okay? So you can say that to them. Yeah, so disarm them. Don't even try it. Don't even talk about what my attitude was like. From now on, from this point forward, I'm going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And then go on about your business of doing just that. Okay? So now I told y'all how you do it. And I read you the list of words. I'm going to ask you now. I'm always talking about positive attitude versus negative attitude. Nobody can have a positive attitude 100% of the time, and nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. And yes, Shelster, thank you for saying that. I thank everybody for the subscriptions, the likes, and the follows. I'm so busy sharing the advice, but I do appreciate it. I truly do, from the bottom of my heart. So Nobody can have a positive attitude. See, I remember where I was. I'm so thankful. 100% of the time. And nobody can have a negative attitude 100% of the time. Therefore, you live your life by a ratio. ratio. A ratio. Okay? You live your life by a ratio. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? And I'm only looking for responses that say no. Okay? So give me some responses. No responses, responses that say no. For those of you who would say yes, you already heard the stuff about my advice on some other lives, so the advice that I share. Come on, give me some responses. I want to know if you knew that you live your life by a ratio. Oh, wonderful. Good. Okay, no religion, foamy. No religion. Don't talk that Jesus stuff on my live. Okay. Yes, okay, good. Thanks, Christine. Thanks, Ad4. And I don't know if I missed somebody else. Come on. Any more? Come on, give me some no responses. Some people that don't know that you live your life by a ratio. I'm going to explain thoroughly what a ratio is and how you use it. Come on, give me some more responses. Do you know that you live your life by a ratio? Come on, give me some more responses, y'all. Be quick with y'all's responses, please, because I'm running out of time. Come on. Okay, good. Thanks, Josh. Thanks, Melanie. Oh, thank y'all. Okay, so now you're going to love this. What a ratio is? A ratio is a very simple tool. A very simple tool that will definitely, I didn't say it might or is possible that it will definitely help you to better control your life. Okay? A ratio is a very simple tool that will definitely, no Jesus stuff, Sabrina, help you to better control your life. Okay? Now, you and you alone control your ratio. You set it, you control it, you can adjust it. If you set it too high, you can lower it. If you set it too low, you can raise it. Okay? Now, I'm going to show you by using my ratio as an example. Yeah, why are you asking, Honda? Why are you asking? You interested? Okay, so, yeah, that's what I'm asking if Honda is interested. Okay, so now you set your own ratio, you control your ratio. My ratio is 80-20. 80-20. Okay, that means 80% of the time, I am happy being in the positive attitude mode. 20% of the time, I am okay. I didn't say I was happy. Hey, Kyle, with being in the negative attitude mode. Okay. Now, back over to the positive attitude mode. That means 80% of the time, I honor the programs that I write. 80% of the time, I do what is right, what is fair, what is honest, what is considerate, what is kind, whatever, all the positive stuff. Okay? Now, 20% of the time, I'm okay, oh, thank you, with being in the negative attitude mode. But Now, some people have chosen, when it comes to their ratio, they've chosen 75, 20, 25, 75, 25, or 60, 40. But you can choose 80, 20 does not belong to me. It can be anybody's, okay? So the 20% negative, when whatever percentage you ascribe to your negative part, it cannot include three things. When you are in that negative attitude mode, it cannot include, number one, it cannot include physical abuse. Hold on. All right. Hold on. I'm making a moderator. Good. Okay. You got it, Honda. Thank you. Yeah, you're here regularly, so I appreciate that. So back to the 20% in my case. Number one, it cannot include physical abuse. When you are in that negative attitude mode, you cannot hit people, you cannot throw things. Number two, you cannot be verbally abusive. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And then number three, thanks to one of my viewers in a TikTok live earlier in the year, she asked me to include tone of voice. And it ain't what you say, is how you say it. So I was happy to include it. So that's three things. You cannot be physically abusive. You can't hit anybody. You can't throw things. You cannot be verbally abusive. You cannot cuss anybody out. You cannot insult anybody. And you cannot use an ugly tone of voice. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it. So you cannot use an ugly tone of voice. Okay, so those are three things that you cannot do while you are in that negative attitude mode. As long as you don't do any of those three, you're okay. Okay, so now, that is how I use my ratio. Do y'all understand how you can use that ratio to better control your life? Come on. Come on. All right, good. Okay. What about hurt feelings? Everybody gets their hurt feelings, gets their feelings hurt. You get over that. Grow up. Okay. All right. Oh, good. So did I explain that? Did I communicate that clearly? Come on, y'all, give me some responses. Yeah, but if you think it's going to be hard, it's going to be hard. That's all I can tell you. It's the way y'all think, you know? So I'm trying to get y'all to understand a different way of looking at life, you know? Oh, wonderful, great. I can't get to 100%, you know, but I'm just shooting for 80. 80-20 is my rule of life, okay? All right, that's wonderful. I'm reading comments now. Just going to breathe and smile, okay? It's not what you do, it's the way you do it. And it's what gets results. Yes, that's good. Okay, so now, I told y'all the words that will help you to identify people in your life who probably have a negative attitude. It could be you. I told y'all about the ratio. Now I'm going to tell y'all how you write a program. I don't like the word mindset. To me, mindset means different things to different people. Attitude is the word that I prefer. Mindset, if you ask somebody what a mindset is, If you ask 10 people, you probably get 10 different explanations for what a mindset is. I do not like that word at all. If you choose to use it, Kyle, that's fine. But to me, it's a word that really can't be defined, you know. But attitude is generally understood, okay, by everybody. If you say she's got a bad attitude, okay, or so everybody understands that. But mindset, no. And it's a relatively new word. And I don't like new words. I like old words that people know what they mean. I don't like words that, you know, okay, so be that as it may. Now, that's enough of that. Okay. So, where was I? Oh yeah, I was going to tell you, you can write a program to change any behavior that you have. You understand? And I'm going to present y'all with a false behavior, and then I'm going to present y'all with the program that I write to overcome that false behavior. So here it is. Here is the false behavior. I eat 10 cookies, I don't, every day. I do not want to eat 10 cookies every day. Okay, that's the false behavior. Here is the program that I write to overcome it. Come on, y'all, share the live. I still have a whole lot of time on here. I would love to be able to share this live, this advice, with a whole lot more people. And it doesn't cost y'all anything to share it. YouTube says I have 97 people on here, and I would love for all of y'all to share this live because it opens up the possibility that I will, hey, Britt, that I will be able to share the advice with a whole lot more people. So, okay, now where was I? Okay, I'm rewinding, y'all. Where was I? I was talking about, I'm I know where I was now. I've been sniffing rosemary all day. Rosemary helps you to diminish the chances for Alzheimer's. That's what supposedly. So, now I had it and now it left. I got to get it back. Hold on. I'm rewinding, y'all. Can you see the wheels turning? They're going backwards, back to where I was. So here's the behavior. I got it back. The behavior, like I told you, I eat 12 cookies. I don't, but I don't want to eat 12 cookies every day. Now here is the program that I write to overcome the behavior. I eat 12 cookies every day. I do not want to eat 12 cookies every day. Starting tomorrow, I will eat 10 cookies. Then tomorrow comes and you eat 10 cookies, and the days come by and go by, and weeks and months and all. You're still eating 10 cookies. So now, in my case, that 80-20, whatever yours is going to be, 80% of the time, I will eat 10 cookies. Okay? 80% of the time, I will eat 10, excuse me, eat 10 cookies. 20% of the time, I can go back up to 11. I can go back up to 12. You see? So, that gives you some little wiggle room. You're not violating your program. 80% of the time, I'm eating the 10 cookies, okay? Now, one of the viewers on my lives, this was months ago, but this year though, she had an eating disorder and she posted a comment on my live, and I took a screenshot of it, or maybe one of my moderators did, because my moderators take screenshots of some of the comments that people make, comments and compliments, and they send them to me and I post them. So this young lady had an eating disorder. And the comment that she posted said, I went from eating 6 meals a day to 5 to 4 and now 3 based on her advice, talking about the advice that I shared. So you can use that kind of a program. So you can take this behavior that and then you can put it on whatever behavior you want to change in yourself. You can't change other people's behaviors, y'all. You can change your own behavior. And when you are working on trying to change somebody else's behavior, don't forget, they are probably looking at you saying, what the hell? You need to be working on changing your own behavior. Okay? So think about that. And I think that if most of us would work on, or if more of us would work on improving our own behavior, the world would be a better place. Now, the 4 pillars that I share help y'all to make the world a better place. Pillar number 1, develop and maintain a positive attitude. Don't you all think that if more people developed and maintained a positive attitude, that the world would be a better place? Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. Don't y'all think that if more people increase their levels of patience, that the world would be a better place? Pillar number 3, stay calm. Don't you think that if more people stayed calm, that the world would be a better place? And pillar number 4, remember the 4 words. And when I get to those 4 words, I'm sure you will agree that if more people remembered them, that the world would be a better place. So that is what the 4 pillars of advice that I share, that is what they do. They help y'all to undifficult your life. Okay? So that's pillar number 1. And peace will not come if you have a negative attitude. Inner peace will not come. Spirit will not come if you have a negative attitude. Negative attitudes repel inner peace. Negative attitudes repel spirit. Doesn't that make sense? It does make a whole lot of sense to me. Here you are. And here, use your imagination. This is you in the form of spirit, in the form of inner peace. Would you land on a person who has a negative attitude? I wouldn't, and I don't think you would either. Because, now, for one thing, a negative attitude repels spirit. A negative attitude repels inner peace. Okay? That's what happens. You must have a positive attitude. And I told you how you get a positive attitude. It's very simple. All you do is write a program and say it out loud. And this is the program that you write, and this is what you say out loud. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. That's what you say. Okay, so now, I am also an author, y'all, and goodshortbooks.com, and Shelster has been putting it on the screen, and thank you, Shels, for that. Oh, you're very welcome. So the link is in my profile, goodshortbooks.com. Okay, it's in my profile. There are 11 fabulous nonfiction books there. They make fabulous gifts as well. My sister wrote 1 and I wrote 10. We are both retired executive assistants, so the books are well formatted. The grammar, punctuation, and all that is tight. And the books are flying off the shelves. We're selling these books like crazy because people are coming onto my lives and they are learning about the books. If you don't come on the live, you probably will never hear about goodshortbooks.com. So the books will inspire you. They will delight you. They will motivate you. They will entertain you. They will encourage you. All kinds of good stuff that they will do for you and to you. So I'm going to just briefly cover, there are 11 fabulous nonfiction books, and I'm going to get back to the advice that I share. At goodshortbooks.com, the link is in my profile. We have 3 price categories. Very affordable, y'all. $7.99, $9.99, and $12.99. 11 nonfiction books in 9 different genres. The genres are memoirs, parenting, relationships, children's education, fairy tales. My fairy tale is nonfiction because it deals with a very serious subject. Bullying, original quotes, health, and spirituality. Now, I'm going to cover the memoirs category. We have 2 books that are memoirs. My sister's book is a memoir. Hers is entitled My 15 Dogs, A 55-Year Journey of Love. Share the live, y'all. It's 59 pages, and it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. If you like dogs, you will absolutely love her book. I'm going to read y'all part of the foreword. The foreword was written by her veterinarian, okay? And the foreword said, this is Dr. Cece. She says, the last paragraph says, this book is the touching story of Anita's journey through the world of dogs. She shares part of this journey with her family. It has happy moments and tender moments that will bring laughter, and it has sad moments that are sure to bring a tear to one's eye. But anyone who has ever owned and loved a dog will identify with the ups and downs of dog guardianship, a roller coaster ride that through it all, we always come off smiling. Okay? Dr. Shireen Cece, Doctor of Veterinary Medicine, Detroit, Michigan. So that is what the vet said about her book. If you like dogs, you will absolutely love Anita's book. And I call us the senior sibling authors. Her name is Anita Jones. She's 76 years old. And my name is Joyce Fields. And I'm 81 years old. Now I'm going to read y'all a part of the foreword for, this is my memoir, Line of Serenity. These are our parents, George and Rosa Jones, and these are pictures of the times that we lived in. I am the oldest of 7, y'all, and I'm 81 years old. And this picture is a picture of all 7 of us. I was 12 on this picture, now I'm 81. This is brother, he died in 2013. He had lung cancer. This is Cordell, Nita. That's the other author on goodshortbooks.com. She was 7 on this picture, now she's 76. This is Kenny, Reggie, and Ava. Ava was 3 on this picture, and now she is 72. And this is a picture of what a plate of food would look like when we cook something at our feast. So I'm just going to read y'all the last paragraph of the foreword for this book. All right, so Pap and I have been together since 1957, when we were both 13 years old. We've been married since we were 23. He has been around my family virtually every day for nearly 50 years. When we first uttered the term line of serenity, I was intrigued and wanted him to make sure that both of us understood what happens when you have one, or what he feels, or that tells him there is one. It was strange but fulfilling to read Pap's description of a line of serenity and his perspective on my family members' personalities, philosophies, and tendencies. And Line of Serenity is the name of the book. This is my memoir. It's all about the way that we were raised. Our parents did such a fabulous job of raising us. There was never any sibling rivalry in our family. The book covers 1944. That's the year I was born. and it tells the reader how we were raised. And I think that our parents did such a wonderful job. I wanted to document, excuse me, the way that they raised us so that it wouldn't die out when we all died off. And I was successful. This book is 167 pages. It's $12.99 at goodshortbooks.com. And that 167 pages includes 22 pages of pictures because it's a memoir and I have pictures of some of the people that I talk about in the book. Share the live, y'all. I still have some more advice to share with y'all. And 22 pages of my own recipes. And Pap says that he lives in a 5-star restaurant and that I am a fabulous cook. And also for the books, I just posted on October 22nd a video that shows all of the books. It shows the books covered, the cover, and then a description of the book, what it's about. And that's all 11 of them are there. So it's on my YouTube, and it's entitled Joyce Fields dash Good Short Books Video 10/22/2025. So I put the date on there so that I don't lose track of when I do it. So Joyce Fields dash Good Short Books Video. So check it out, y'all, and leave me some comments about it. So you'll love the video because I talk about the books, and you'll see all of that. The books are flying off the shelves because people are coming onto my lives and learning about the books. So now back to now I finished pillar number 1. Pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. If you are 10 years old or older, I tell you exactly how you increase your level of patience. But I always start with the toddlers. Now I want to veer off from here for a second. I'm going to go back to the toddlers. One of the things that I think that is wrong with this world is people are minding other people's business. I get comments on here. I just saw one, and I think that one of my moderators got rid of it, but that's good. That's wonderful. But it just absolutely blows my mind as to people that will ask me why I'm wearing these earrings, people that will ask me why I have long nails, that kind of stuff. What business is it of yours? That's what I want to know. What business is it of yours? Thanks, Kyle. You too. So stop minding other people's business. Mind your own business. The world would be a much better place if everybody minded their own business. Okay? Yes. So no, it doesn't matter to you what earrings I wear or whatever if you don't like it, go someplace else. Leave other people alone. It's not your business. Okay, now, I was talking about if you are raising toddlers. See, I'm back to where I was. Yes. If you are raising toddlers, here's how easy it is to teach them patience. When that toddler asks for a cookie, tell that toddler, I'll give you that cookie in 5 minutes. Put yourself on a timer and give that toddler that cookie in 5 minutes. Do that several times, 5 minutes. Stretch it to 10 minutes. Do that several times, 10 minutes. Stretch it to 15 minutes, using the timer all along. And I'll go all the way up to an hour or more. Not only will you be teaching that toddler patience, you will also be teaching that toddler how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. You understand? Yes. So, now Spirit came to me and said, wonderful. You can teach your viewers how they can teach themselves how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. So now you will need a piece of paper and something to write with. I'm going to take some water, drink some water, while I'm going to count to 10 and give y'all time to grab paper and something to write with. And then this is going to be a fun exercise for you. It'll teach you how to feel time, how to feel elapsed time. So excuse me while I drink the water and count to 10. Okay, now, on that piece of paper, write down the time that it is right now. Doesn't matter where your time zone is. Come on, y'all, share the live. I still have quite a bit of time. I would love to be able to share this advice with a whole lot more people. The advice that I share will help y'all to undifficult your life, okay? So now, on that piece of paper, I told you, write down what time it is right now. Put the paper away, and at some point later, doesn't matter how much time later, zoom in on trying to guess what time it is. At that point, do that several times every day. You will get to the point where, like I am, you don't have to have a piece of paper or anything to write with. And then if you use an alarm clock to get up by, if you wake up before the alarm goes off, lay there and try to guess what time it is. And just do this many times during the day. And what this will do is will be teaching you how to zoom in, zero in on the movement of that second hand. You see? You will be more keenly aware of it. You see? Come on, give me give me some responses. Can y'all use that exercise? Come on, YouTube says I have 65 people on here now. I would love to get more people on here to share this advice with. Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Good, thank you. Thanks, Upcar. Thank you, Honda. All right, come on, give me some responses, y'all. Can y'all use that example that I gave you? That exercise, really. It's not an example, exercise. Piece of paper and write down your time and all of that. Teach yourself how to feel elapsed time. Thank you, Ann. Yeah, that's good. Okay, wonderful. Okay. So now, if you are 10 years old or older, you teach yourself how to feel, no, you, you teach yourself patience. You teach yourself how you can increase your level of patience. That's pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. And you do that by writing the program and says, I am teaching myself how to wait. I am learning how to increase my level of patience. The way you do it is if it's something that you are fiending for, something that you really want very badly, or if it's something that you normally would give yourself immediate gratification for, make yourself wait. Make yourself wait. If you make yourself wait past the point where you don't want it anymore, that's fabulous. That means that you conquered it, okay? And continue to conquer it. Make yourself wait. Do all kinds of things to stretch yourself to see how strong you are, you know? So make yourself wait. That is the way you teach yourself how to increase your level of patience. Make yourself wait. Then pillar number 3 is stay calm. Stay calm, y'all. There is tremendous power in your ability to stay calm. You lose power when you start to get angry. When you start to get angry, you bluster and blubber, blah, 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 and you get animated and you get aggressive and you get ugly. You have to stay calm. You lose power. Those are signs that you are losing power. When you bluster and blubber and become aggressive and just ugly, all animated and stuff, you're losing power. Calm. This is calm. This is power right here. For a second, look at this. Powerful, as opposed to not powerful. Okay? Stay calm. Now, I do a helpful hand visual in pillar number 3 that blew my viewers' minds when I did it for the first time this year on one of my TikTok lives. I'm a TikTok live veteran. I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I don't do lives on anymore on TikTok, but I still post. I have over 53,000 followers on TikTok. Blows my mind. But I've just started doing my lives here on YouTube. September 1st is when I started. But like I said, I've done over 500 TikTok lives. I love doing them because I love sharing the advice. Come on, y'all, share the live. Y'all can help me to spread the word by sharing the live. So the pillar number 3, stay calm. Spirit came to me and told me to use the word neurons. I'd never used the word neurons in my lives before. I did have a vague familiarity with what neurons do. They're part of the brain. That's about all I knew. And so Spirit told me to use the word neurons, and Spirit gives me all of the helpful hand visuals that I do, y'all. I don't make them up. Spirit gives them to me. So Spirit told me to use the word neurons, and Spirit gave me the 2 helpful hand visuals that I use. So this is when I'm talking about staying calm as opposed to becoming angry. Here's when you are calm, your neurons are like this. They're communicating with each other as they pass by each other. They're just calm. You're calm. When you become angry, here's what your neurons do. Look, you see that? Stay calm. So that was during my lives when Spirit, or during my life for that particular life, when Spirit came to me and told me to do that. Later on that same evening, Spirit came back, and it blew my mind. For real, y'all. Spirit came back and said, look up what neurons do. It blew my mind. I obeyed. I looked up what neurons do. I Googled it. Here's what Google said. Neurons work together to produce memories, make decisions, and compute information. They take chemical signals, transport them, and form new wiring within the brain. Neurons also help different parts of the brain to communicate with each other. That's what your neurons do. That is why you cannot think straight when you are angry or agitated. That is why you cannot make good choices or good decisions when you are angry or agitated. You have to feed yourself positive thoughts. So when you think about negative things, you turn it into a positive thing. I thought about this in several lives ago. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. We've all heard that saying. It is true. You must look for the silver lining in every dark cloud. Every dark cloud has a silver lining. Look for it. Sometimes it slaps you right in the face. But you got to look sometimes. But just find things, positive things, to be thinking about, to be filling your mind with. Okay, so stay calm. Think about the next time you start feeling yourself becoming angry, think about your neurons. You want them to be like this, y'all. Okay? Not this, not this. So the next time you start to become angry, think about your neurons. Help yourself, okay? So now the last pillar, there's 4 pillars. The last one, pillar number 4, is remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, anger, frustration, or whatever. And those 4 words are, this too shall pass. This too shall pass, y'all. Nothing in life is permanent. No scenario is permanent. No situation is permanent. This too shall pass. The next time you getting chewed out by your mama, the next time you getting chewed out by your daddy, just remember, they cannot read your mind. They can't read your mind. Get chewed out and be thinking, this too shall pass. She ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. This too shall pass. He ain't gonna be fussing at me forever. And remember, those words, those 4 words, will take you through probably 90% of the ugliness that you're feeling. When you remember those words, okay, this too shall pass. Remember, 4 pillars, y'all. Develop and maintain a positive attitude. And I told you how you do that. You write a program. And how do you write a program? You say it out loud. Here's what you say. The program that you write, and here's what you say. From now on, I am going to be working on developing and maintaining a positive attitude. And I told you how you do that, okay? Put yourself on that path and realize and understand that all kinds of good things will start happening to you when you have a positive attitude. Okay, now pillar number 2, increase your level of patience. I told you how you do that if you're 10 years old or older. And I also told you how you do it if you are teaching patience to a toddler or raising toddlers. I highly recommend this book, Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. I had it translated into Spanish. Oh, thank you. Madre Docena. Okay. Sorry about that. Madre Docena. I don't speak Spanish, so I can't say the rest of the title. Mother's Dozen, an easy recipe for raising great kids. It's 48 pages, okay? And it's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. Makes a wonderful gift for people raising toddlers, okay? So this book will guide you into raising kids that you can admire. I mean that for real, okay? So now the 4 pillars, I hope that y'all see how they are all interconnected. When you develop and maintain a positive attitude, that will cause you to want to increase your level of patience. That will cause you to stay calm. Know that there's so much power in your ability to stay calm, and you want to be powerful. And then pillar number 4, when you get all of these, you can work on all of them at one time. Remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, or whatever. Those 4 words are, this too shall pass. Okay? This too shall pass. Okay. So I want to thank y'all for joining my live. I hope you got something out of it, and I'm sure you did based on the comments that I got. And if you can make a video or a post. Now, some people are camera shy, and you don't have to be on camera. You can have a picture of a flower or something like that, and be telling everybody what you got out of this live, what you got out of having to, or how you are going to be using the advice that I share. I got all twisted up in that one, okay? So, yeah, tell people what and tag me or mention me or whatever the term would be. I'm 81 years old. I don't know all the intricacies of all this stuff, y'all, but I do know how to do a live, and I do know how to share the advice that I have gained in my 81 years on this planet, okay? So I hope that y'all got something out of it. Good, wonderful. I'm very happy to see it. Great. So just do a video or a post telling people what you got out of it and tag me. Now, I always close my lives with this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. It is 90 pages. It's $7.99 at goodshortbooks.com. It's 167 quotes that I coined. And I coined my first quote when I was 15 years old. And that quote states, "Never lose your hope and faith." Oh, thank you. Thanks for the subscriptions, everybody. I appreciate it. Yeah. Yeah, I appreciate it. And subscribing is free and sharing is free. So now back to the quote. Never lose your hope and faith. I coined this, my first quote, in 1959 at the age of 15. The occasion was my middle school graduation from Detroit's Sherrard Junior High School. Ninth graders were asked to document their message to their fellow classmates. And that's what I said. Oh, you're very welcome. I'm glad that you appreciate this. So thank you. So I didn't know that I was coining a quote, y'all, and I don't remember saying it. But now I'm going to read y'all a quote that I coined. I do remember saying it, and I did know that I was coining a quote because it was for a quote contest. You're very welcome. It was for a quote contest, and it was for a calendar, so they needed 12 quotes. I coined this quote and submitted it to the contest, and it won as one of 12 for the calendar out of over 5,000 entries, y'all. And here's the quote. I posted to social media to encourage people to chase their dreams. Here's the quote. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. I'm going to repeat that. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Oh, thank you, Adeline. Appreciate that. Okay, I'm trying to get a screenshot. Good, thank you. I'm going to repeat the quote. It's better to die chasing a dream never caught than to die never having chased the dream. Chase your dreams, people. Chase your dreams. Nobody can see your dream as clearly as you can, and you can't see anybody else's dream as clearly as they can. So don't allow anybody to poo-poo your dream, and don't you poo-poo anybody else's. But do chase your dream, or in some cases, dreams, okay? Ah, thank you. Yes. So now, this book is the way it's formatted. It's 90 pages, 2 quotes per page. The quotes are in all caps, separated by a black and white picture. Okay, so now this is 90 pages, and this is what's on page 90. The end. Okay. So now I'm going to open up the floor, and y'all can throw out page numbers. Page 11 is the page that is better to die chasing a dream never caught. That's what's on page 11, at the top of page 11. So pages 6 to 89, y'all can throw out page numbers, and I will read the 2 quotes on the page. Okay? So, okay, page 66, it's Sabrina May. All right, page 66 for you. At the top of page 66, don't be driven by fear. You'll end up on the wrong road. At the bottom of page 66, the older you get, the easier life gets. if you're learning from your observations and experiences. Religion is not allowed on my lives. No Jesus stuff, no Bible stuff. I have no use for either. Or politics, not allowed here. Take it someplace else. Okay, can y'all live by those quotes? Come on, give me some more page numbers. In the meantime, if y'all, when y'all develop and maintain a positive attitude, when y'all increase your levels of patience, when y'all stay calm, and when y'all remember the 4 words that can immediately lower your stress, anxiety, panic, or whatever, those 4 words are, this too shall pass. Those 4 pillars of advice that I share will help y'all to undifficult your life. Now, do you have any more page numbers for me? Do you want me to read any more of the quotes that I have here? No, that's right, Shelster. Okay. All right, good. Don't be ridiculous. That's so stupid of you to say that kind of stuff. It's just, I really don't understand how people can be so ignorant. Okay. All right. Okay, Honda Accord, you want page 20. Page 20. At the top of page 20, ignorance of history is ignorance of self. At the bottom of page 20, what can you do to make the world a better place? Can y'all use those quotes? Can you live by those quotes? Come on, give me some responses, y'all. Can y'all live by those quotes? Okay. All right, so now, this book, My Simple Quotes to Live By. I just posted a video of all of the books at goodshortbooks.com. There are 11 of them, nonfiction. So check it out, y'all. It's here on YouTube, and it's titled Joyce Fields dash Good Short Books Video 10/22/2025. Okay, so is that based on the advice that I share, Carol? Carol said, yes, have changed enormously everything. So is that based on any of the advice that I share? How about you, Willie Mae? Willie Mae? Okay. Yeah. All right. So now, y'all, thank you for joining my live, and make it a good weekend. And please implement the 4 pillars in your life, at least 1 or 2 of them, and come back on Monday. And I'll be here, God willing. And thank you again for joining my live. And thank you for subscribing and sharing and liking. So thanks a lot. Make it a good weekend, y'all. Later.